174, Danny Wask for the Navy midshipmen, and Ben Pasiuk for the Army Black Knights, and Jay Antonelli, our third freshman senior match. Danny, a freshman for Navy, and Ben, a senior, ranked 15th in the nation for Army.
Navy needs to get a win here. We need to see if we can get some momentum back, going flowing in Navy's favor.
Much like last year, Navy fell behind in the Army-Navy Star Match Series.
Wow, nice counter by Danny Wask. He's got to get this leg out in front.
Wask with 20 wins. One of 3 Navy wrestlers with 20 wins this season.
He's got to get that leg straight out in front. There's the take. Oh, danger.
Danny Wask, the freshman from Blair Academy, ranked 30th in the nation last week and won a couple bouts, so has moved up in the rankings to number 27. Ben Pasiuk, 15th in the nation. He's 15-4 with 5 pins so far this season.
Yeah, Danny coming from Blair Academy. I got to watch him for the last, well, he went to the prep school last year, but then got to watch him wrestle for my brother at Blair Academy. My brother coaches up there, so got to watch him for a while over the past couple of years.
And what a pipeline over the years from Blair Academy to the United States Naval Academy for wrestlers.
Lately, it's been coming back, so that's a good thing for Navy.
3-time national prep champion Danny Wask was at Blair Academy, making a name for himself as a freshman now. 7-5 his record in dual meets. The midshipmen have won 2 duels in a row after a real tough January where they lost 5 dual meets in a row. Really up and down season for Kerry Colat's midshipmen. Started out the year with 6 straight wins and those 5 straight losses, but have come back last weekend with a pair of dual wins coming in the Army-Navy Star Match here tonight in Annapolis.
Yeah, Navy hit a little lull there, and it seems like every year they kind of, like right after the holidays, they take a little lull. So, you know, Kerry always is always planning, figuring out what schedule, how to work the schedule, make it work in our favor here in the future to make us better.
Yeah, that's interesting to look at that and kind of evaluate how the schedule falls and what you can do with it to make it kind of fit better where you're not getting into those long streaks.
For sure. I mean, life here, you know, at both academies is tough, right? So, you know, sometimes you do need a little break from the rigors of what goes on here at the Naval Academy. I'm sure the same thing at West Point as well. So, you know, maybe they need a little more break during the holiday season and then come back fresher to win some matches.
Final seconds of the first period of 174. Our third bout of the night. Overall, West Point leads 7-0. We mentioned Navy started the season by winning 6 straight dual meets, including huge wins over number 23 Illinois on the road, and then number 16 Pitt right here. But then it was that tough January where they lost those 5 straight.
Right, and it wasn't against slouch opponents either, though. I mean, they were wrestling Oklahoma, South Dakota State. There were some good teams that they ended up, you know, losing to. So, you know, always going back to the drawing board, trying to figure out what makes us click best, and Kerry's he's a master at that.
Danny Wask for Navy, Ben Pasiuk for Army at 174. This is the second period just underway. No
shot
score
by Danny on the edge, though. They're out of bounds.
That was Brian
Close.
Murphy right there making the whistle. And they will start off the whistle at the center of the match. Great crowd on hand, as you might imagine, for the Army-Navy Star Match here. The 68th meeting between these two service academies. They have wrestled every year dating back to 1957.
Navy definitely owns a streak. I remember my senior year, it was 30 in a row. We were in 1992.
Yeah, it is amazing. Navy has won 3 in a row, 18 of the last 23, and they lead the all-time series. 52 wins, only 10 wins in this series for the Army Black Knights, and 4 of those have come with current Army head coach Kevin Ward.
Yes.
So he has done something that no Army coach has ever done. He has coached a team that's beaten Navy 4 times in the star match.
Yeah, Kevin, wrestled for Okie State, did a great job, and he's done great things with this program at West Point as well.
His 9th season on the banks of the Hudson River, snapped that 17-year winless streak against Navy in his first season at Army. His overall record at West Point, 49 wins, 51 losses.
Stalemate there.
And you look over at the other bench, all that Navy head coach Kerry Colad has done is a perfect 3-0 in his first 3 years at the Naval Academy against Army in his 4th season, looking for that 4th win, as are the seniors on this Navy wrestling team, looking for a sweep of Army in their 4 years in Annapolis.
Sure. I mean, Kerry expects to win every single match we go in, every individual match, every dual meet. He always thinks, and imposes on our athletes that, hey, we're going to win this, and comes in with a very positive attitude. Danny choosing the defensive position here.
The senior, Ben Pasiuk, has the 1-0 lead as we move to the 3rd period. Danny
Wask.
Wask.
Him up. He's got to return him. There's the escape. Tied up. Now it's coming down to the takedown.
All in the final 148 of this dual bout.
West Point has that 7-0 dual meet lead right now. This would be a good way to start the ball rolling back in Navy's favor.
They won the first match by a major decision, and then a very tight match after that. The freshman Gunnar Filipowicz knocking off Navy senior Andrew Cerniglia.
Definitely an upset. I know Coach Collat was counting on that win. He's in a good shot. He's in on a good shot here. Uh-oh. Danny Wask just gave up that takedown.
And it looked as though he was in a position for a takedown himself.
He got in tight, and that got in deep. And Danny needs a takedown. Oh, an escape and a takedown would be great. There's the escape. Yes, escape. 46 seconds left.
The freshman for Navy wrestling against the senior for Army.
4-2.
A 3-time NCAA qualifier. You can hear the Navy crowd coming to life, cheering on Danny Wask in the final 45 seconds of this 3rd period.
This is big. So the freshman needs to step up. Let's get the senior. Wow, gave up the takedown at the end. He's down on the leg. He's going to start that 5 count. 14 seconds left. 10 seconds remain. There's the 1-point escape.
Needs to get in quickly with time running out. And there's the final whistle for 174. So Army, Jay Antonelli, has won the first 3 bouts of this dual meet.
Wow, that's a great start.